Okay, so I figured before I get started with the challenges and requests and all that stuff today, I would show my stats and talk about some of the weapons I like to use for Black Ops 3 since it's been out for a little while now. It doesn't matter what version you play, but I know everyone has a favorite weapon, some specialists and stuff, but here's my current stats before I get ready to talk about some of my favorite weapons here. My KD is pretty good, but my win-loss ratio is trash because I find myself carrying my team, having trouble to get wins when my teammates don't play for the objective and they're greedy for kills and all that stuff. So uh, that's my stats and everything. Win-loss ratio is on that, and I don't know if anyone cares about this stuff with all the score streaks and all that. I think I'll show that a little bit later on throughout the video, but let's go through the weapons. I'll show you guys talk about the weapons I like to use the most. So here's the SMGs. Lots of good weapons. My all-time favorite is the Razorback, and it's one of my best weapons in my honest opinion. And from what I play with, the Vesper's pretty good also. But the only thing with the Vesper is that you run out of ammo too fast, and I think you would need to wear like Scavenger and extended mask for it to be effective. My all-time best weapon out of everything in the game is the Weevil, and the Razorback, my top two. The VMP is pretty good. Everything in the SMG is pretty in the SMG class is really good. Here's the assault rifles. The M8 I haven't really played too much with. The HVK is good. The XR is very underrated. The KN is really good too. I like all the weapons in the assault rifle category in class setup, especially the Man of War. And I'm liking the Shiva a lot more. And the ICR is really good, but the only thing I don't really play with too often is the M8, so I'll probably have to check that out and start using that a little bit more. So the shotguns, as you can see, I haven't really played with them too often. To me, the shotguns are broken and they're really annoying, and almost every player in every lobby you go into, it's guaranteed someone's using it, and it's pretty crazy. So I don't really play with them too much. The Haymaker is really ridiculously broken, but out of all the shotguns, I like the Argus the best. The LMGs, I always love the LMGs. This is my favorite weapon, the BRM. Some people don't like to use it. They can't really get into the LMGs, which I understand. Everyone's different. Everyone has a different play style, which I can understand. But LMGs like the Dredge, that's burst, and all that stuff I don't really use. For the snipers, I'm not all that really a sniper, to be honest. The SVG is my favorite. I haven't seen many people using the Draken, but if I seen like a sniper on the battlefield, I usually see people using the Locust or the SVG. But here's the secondaries. My all-time favorite secondary to rock is the MR6, but the LCARs, I've seen someone run around with the LCARs on the DLC, the Awakening DLC. They had the dual wield LCARs. I have never died so fast by anything besides the LCARs that's dual wield. It's ridiculous. The XM, that's what I use for the rocket launcher, but the Black Cell is just vehicle lock on, so they could have they didn't really add too many RPGs. And then with the knife here, I started using this recently. I might start running around knifing people now, because I seen someone running around with the knife. They had a gold knife on Skyjack. He was getting so many kills and going on a kill streak, and I just kept dying, so it got a little bit annoying and stuff, but I'm really starting to use different things throughout this game and take a liking to stuff I haven't really used too often. So here's some of my current classes. This is just like a challenge request, so I'm going to be doing afterwards, as you guys will see coming up right after this video. But here's my best class, the Razorback with the Reflex, Suppressor, and Quick Draw, and then the Man of War. I love this gun. So I figured I'd show you guys some of my little classes, my current classes that I have set up. So I always find myself using the quick draw a lot because I like to aim fast, and once I come off the sprint, instead of camping and sitting in corners like everybody else, I like to use the quick draw. So here's my all-time best class, the Weevil. So that's those are the two main classes that I keep. But I'm gonna show you guys really quick and set up a a class here. So like the Vesper, just like I was saying before, you would have to definitely use Scavenger because you'll run out of ammo too fast, and it has a fast fire rate too, so you'll have to get the extended mags with it as well if you're rocking the Vesper. But as you can see, I don't have it unlocked yet, so I'm probably going to try to work on leveling up this weapon. So it's a pretty good gun. It doesn't suck, and I don't think it's a terrible weapon in this game at all, to be honest. Just going through the classes here. But everyone has different opinions and all that. On the BRM, this is what I use with it. I use the quick draw, and I put on the grip, and that's all the attachments I use. I don't use any sort of sight for it or anything like that. So that's just some of the stuff that I use for some of my weapons. Just to be honest, just like this game has lots of great weapons, and I would recommend like the XR to anyone out there. I know most people probably don't like the burst weapons. They probably can't get into them and probably can't get many kills, and they go negative every game. They got to pull out their VMP, the Kuda, or any other gun that they like to use. But I love all the weapons. Now, for the specialist, everyone knows I love the gravity spikes. I can't get enough using that all the time. It's always fun to use. The Vision Pulse, I just recently started using that. I thought it was like terrible. I didn't understand what it was for. But the one specialist I can't really use is the glitch, because I don't even know how to use the glitch at all. I just find myself wasting the specialist over and over. So just honestly here, I would say the Purifier, the Heat Wave, the Gravity Spikes, the Kinetic Armor, and then the Ripper would be like one of my top favorite specialists here. So I didn't even go through my combat record here. So here's all my little stats here and all my weapons and specialists that I use the most. The Gravity Spikes, I got over 100 kills with. And my deadliest weapon is the Razorback. But as you can see here, those are my top 2 best weapons that in this game. And as you can see, the Kuda and all the weapons that you see in this category, those are all the weapons I use the most and that I like best throughout the whole entire game. So I know everyone else has different opinions, but that's gonna be it. I just wanted to share this video and show all the weapons that I like best and specialists and all that stuff in some of my classes. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video.